Good morning, everyone. I'm Justin, back with Yummo. Today we're going to do a little different style. I'm going to go kind of a blog style. I'm going to teach you guys how to make the best scrambled eggs. It's not going to do all that nonsense with putting milk in it or mixing it in a bowl. I'm going to show you how to make a simple scrambled egg the best possible way that you can make a scrambled egg. Don't need to do nothing fancy with this. It's going to be super simple, really easy, and I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Let's talk about what you're going to need to make scrambled eggs. It's not rocket science. You're going to need eggs, butter, and a couple utensils. You're going to get these utensils. I'll leave a link below. This is a nice little butter knife, and of course, just a basic spatula. You don't need a wide spatula, short spatula, thin spatula, long spatula. Just a spatula will work, as long as it doesn't scratch your pan. You want to try to do this on a non-stick skillet. You can do this on cast iron. It takes a little bit more advanced to do that, and a little bit more butter. But I'm going to show you the simple, easy way of making the best scrambled eggs you can possibly make. Doesn't require any heavy cream or any milk or anything that you put in a bowl and mix it up and whisk it up and all this magic stuff that's supposed to make you a great scrambled egg. This is the way to make a scrambled egg. So let's head on over to the skillet. Of course, you're going to want to heat that up. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to turn that to a medium high. You're going to let it warm up just a little bit. Then you're going to add your butter, and I'll take you over there and get you a close up on how we're going to do that because once this process starts, it goes pretty quickly. So I'm going to cook about 4 to 5 eggs. Let's say 5 eggs today. I'm going to cook 5 eggs, and we're going to use a little bit of butter, and I'll give you the amounts once I get over there. Just kind of have to see in your pan how you want to do that. If you have a round pan, that's completely fine. If you have a square pan, that's completely fine. Don't need anything special. Everybody's making scrambled eggs so hard. Doesn't need to be hard. It's simple. So let's head on over. Now that we're over to the stove, I forgot to mention, if you don't want to make a mess, grab you one of these little silicone holders to place your spatula in and your butter knife if you would like. That's totally up to you. I'll leave a link below if you would like to have that. So first thing we're going to do is grab our butter. And this is just room temperature, softened. And we're going to add a little bit more than that because you want this to have plenty, not that much. All right, for 5 eggs, you've seen 2 dollops of butter right there. That's the amount you kind of want to shoot for. I'll just say that's 2 tablespoons. And as your pan heats up, just kind of move it around because all you're trying to do is get that coating around the edges, just in case you don't want your egg getting over here and burning. All right, we got it all coated, good to go. We're gonna wait, let that heat up just a tad bit more, and then we're gonna turn our stove down to a medium low in just a second. Now that we have this look, see the butter, how that looks? It's time to start adding the eggs. Don't need to put them in a bowl, do all the whisking. Just crack your egg, put it over here in the skillet, all right? You just don't want this to be too hot. It's almost like you're making a fried egg at the moment. Just a regular old fried egg. All right, number 4. Made a little bit of a mess with that one. Hit it a little bit hard. There we have it. You see, it's not cooking hard, and you don't have to mix it up currently. But if you want, you can add you a little bit of salt. That's all you'd want to add here. Or you can see that we're letting that hang out for just a minute. We'll just set our eggs out of the way. Now let's start incorporating everything. Just kind of bring the yellows and the whites together. And you could turn your stove up to about a medium high again. You're managing the heat of the stove. That's the primary thing you want to do when you're scrambling an egg. You do not want to scramble, or I don't. I do not cook on high when it comes to scrambling eggs. My brother, on the other hand, he cooks everything on high. His turns out completely fine, but I feel like I can manage it better when I'm cooking. I'm able to manage it around medium, and especially on a pan like this. This is a cheap pan. This is not super expensive. and it's kind of really thin, so the heat distribution in it is not quite as good. All right, so you can kind of see they're still a little bit runny currently. You want to grab your plate, so bring your plate into the picture, because you're not going to cook this all the way before you turn off the heat. You're going to get it close, and then you're going to turn off the heat. But do not let these eggs set. Constantly stir them. Be scrambling them constantly, because the moment that you let this type of stuff sit there, it's gonna get that effect, what I call, gonna taste like a wet dog. And you don't want to taste like a wet dog hair. All right, so you can see where we're at. Bring it off the heat and continue to scramble. So you can see they're not done yet, but that pan's hot and it's gonna continue to cook. All right, so we're about finished. That's the perfect scrambled egg. There's no sense in putting all that milk and adding all that crazy stuff that everybody tells you to put. Or they should not look like slop either. They should have a nice kind of fluff to them, have a texture that's kind of firm. I mean, not like firm, but they're soft, but they're not runny. So I can turn my pan like that and they're not going to run off to the side. You see what I'm saying? All right. So those eggs, we'll do one more flip on that. And now they're ready to be put on the plate. And even as I bring it over to put them on the plate, I'm continuing to scramble. So let's see if we can get you a good texture of what that's supposed to look like. You don't want to overcook these eggs, because like I said, you're gonna have that weird taste to it. And that's with any time you're cooking a scrambled egg, no matter what method you use, you definitely don't want to overcook, because it's going to smell like, you'll know the smell if you have dogs. When they go outside and get that little bit of wetness on them, you don't want that. That's how your eggs should look, and that's going to be the best eggs that you can make as far as when it comes to scrambled eggs. None of that nonsense. All right, come on in here and let's take a look at these eggs. Just look how fluffy, the texture of them, they're buttery. That's going to be a great tasting scrambled egg. So you know how I know these are the best scrambled eggs? Because I cooked them hundreds and hundreds of times. And let me just verify that they're the best scrambled eggs. By far. See? It's confirmed. If you like this type of video and you learned how to scramble an egg today, or you're trying a new method, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. I'll see you in the next one.